All right, today we're going to learn how to upload files from your computer to Google Drive so that they're accessible anywhere. This is one of the most important things about Drive so that you can take your Google or your Microsoft documents or your Excel files or your PowerPoint, and you can bring them up and save them into Drive or convert them so that you can continue editing them in Google Drive. From your Drive button, you're going to go to the big red button that says New. When you click on that one time, you're going to have two options for uploading. One is for individual files, and that can be several at a time. Or you can, in many cases, bring an entire folder up. There are some limitations to this, so you might have to do that by trial and error. Try it, and if it tells you that can't be done, you might have to open that folder and then bring up the individual files inside. There is another setting that has to do with uploading that I want to show you before we begin. There is a settings wheel on the right hand side here. When you click on that and click on settings, there's a place that says convert uploads. So if you're bringing in things that are Microsoft type of documents, things like Word and PowerPoint, you can click on these and have all of them automatically convert if you would like, but it defaults as not. So I'm going to show you the not converted way first. I'm going to click done out of that right away, and I'm going to click file upload, and that's going to then give me access to the things that are saved on my computer. This is going to look different on a PC, but you'd go through the same process as if you were going to attach something to an email. Then you can find something in your documents or in your Drive, something like this. I've got a presentation PowerPoint here, and once it's highlighted on a Mac, I can open it. On a PC, you'll have slightly different directions, and you'll see a little window pop up at the bottom. And if you do multiple at one time, you can multi-select that. You'll see them coming in as a list, and that will create that file in your Drive. And now when you open that file in Drive, it's going to show you a view of it, which means you're still just looking at it as a saved file. You can't type on it or interact with it at all because it's not converted. If you have one that's unconverted, it's easy enough to convert it right in the file by clicking Open With. If you open with Google Slides, or in some cases it'll give you Google Docs or Google Sheets, when you click on that, it'll create a second file in your Drive that will become a Google presentation. And this is one that you'll be able to interact with. So you'll be able to continue to create and edit from here. And then in your Drive, you will now have two copies of this. You're going to have a converted and an unconverted one. This one, the icon here, this is the Google icon for a presentation. And this one is the icon to say that this is a saved file that is a PowerPoint. So you could end up with two different versions. If you do not want the original anymore, you can always highlight that and delete it. Or in some cases, it's helpful to have the original unconverted file. If you find that the converted file is missing something, or if one of the graphics has changed or something, you can always go back and copy and paste from it if necessary. You can also, as I said, you can change that setting. If you know that everything you're bringing in you want converted all at the same time, you can click on Convert Uploaded Files to Google Format, and then from now on, then if you click on some files, they're going to convert automatically when you bring them in. So as I bring in a couple here, I'm going to take this Excel file, and then I'm going to hold my Control key down, and I'm going to select this document. So I'm going to be bringing in two things at once. When I click open, I'm going to see that they are processing down here, and they are appearing in my drive. These are coming in as editable files automatically, and so when I open them, I will be able to interact with them directly. You do not need to do any converting. One last thing I want to show you. You can also do a conversion directly in your drive. So if you find something that is the original format, let me see if I can find one. I'm sure there's one in here. If not, we can use the one that I used earlier. Here's an Excel file. Because it has a different icon here, Excel versus the Google one, if I just select it and go to the three-dot icon, I can select Open With, and that gives me that option of opening it with Google Sheets, which again will create a new document that I can interact with. If I click on this, as is, I'm going to get only a view-only copy that I can print from. So it depends on what you're doing, if you are simply saving files or if you are converting them so that you can work on them further. And that will be the difference in how you choose to save them. If you want to save them as the original file, you'll still be able to look at them and print them, or you can convert them and make them be Google Docs that you can then edit. That's enough for now. Thank you very much.